I say that with just, analyzing how things are moving. Drake saying that he turned something in. We don't know to who. Most educated people might think, oh, no, he's talking about to his label, but it might not be that, right? Him and his label doesn't have the best relationship. He might want to wait till the last very moment to turn that in. I am very impressed by Drake taking the time before the announcement, right, which I believe we're going to get at some point, maybe even during the stream, to actually get his ducks in order. What does that mean? He is, starting to get his visuals, together. Get his visuals together. He seems to have a plan. And these things might seem to y'all like, okay, all right, you're just dick riding now. No. If you've known Drake in his history, I've always said, it didn't feel like this was this is number one artist in the game. It never felt like he was doing over the top stuff that was super planned to roll out an album. When you have to follow all these permits, get streets locked down, have construction crews, you're with a tight window. This is extreme planning. This is, of course, you could tell meticulous movement to try to get, a little bit of awareness and also excitement for the album. And I respect that. I've always respected when an artist does that. And by the way, this isn't, I know we're in this time where it's like politics. This isn't just with Drake. I love when Kendrick did it too. Kendrick, remember when there was a thing where Kendrick was walking over the water? We saw random, he was popping up in places. He was getting ready for a project rollout. I like that too. You know what I mean? I think, the idea that artists don't promote their projects, that shit is done, I think. I like when artists show that they're putting a lot of effort into presenting it, because to me, that's the only way people won't forget it really quickly, right? When it kind of comes across like you just threw some shit out, well, all right, they're going to throw it back to the fucking recycle bin in a couple weeks when something else new comes out. Also, Kanye doesn't admit, Kanye's rollouts are always great, but very eclectic and creative. So, if you ask me, this is Drake's first rollout. I really want to say in over 10 years. I mean, you could say Scorpion, but I would probably say with Scorpion that, what do you do with Scorpion? There was some type of kind of a rollout with Scorpion. It didn't feel like this. You could have these arguments all day about what's mostly anticipated, what's this, what's that. It's clear, and all signs are pointing to this.